Welcome to the channel. So today we'll be doing a unit review of all of the characters I've done the story for, because the rest of them I don't have or never had before. We'll be doing these in order, and I'll have a list of where they show up in the comment section if you want to check that, if you want to get to a certain character or learn about that character over the rest. All right, let's go in chronological order. Let's start with Sonya first. Let me just go do something real quick. Alright, hello. Whatever. There you go. So this is Sonya right here. She is a very good unit for most of these are like board controls, but she has like she's like a very good support for a team, because she can only create like 2 elements on the board at once, unless you're gonna run like a fire and a dark team. So her skill is add 3 combo and pierce enemy damage void for 3 turns, which means that you're going to be able to get past void damage for 3 turns and add 3 combos to your initial attack for 3 turns after that. And it removes locks, so you don't have to worry about locked orbs, and all the orbs turn into fire dark and they become enhanced. So she's like a one package deal with everything you're gonna need for a fire dark team, or a dragon team for that matter. Sorry, I'm doing that. My phone is going out. But yeah, and then the only thing you need to worry about mostly for the leader part is that she gives a 3 times HP and 4 times attack and and recover for dragons and devil types. This is a very good thing to know, because you're gonna need to have this knowledge in mind when you form teams. Let me get something to write some stuff down. Okay. And as for like this part, don't worry about this. Mostly worry about this. She can have any of these. She can have prevent from being binded, prevent cloud, prevent block bar, prevent like plus, and then she can get more power at plus 10 combos, or a full array combo. But I chose this because it goes with the team I'm using. And this is the equipment she has. This is her sword form, which is actually the evolution of one of her other evolutions. Perfect for her. It just doubles down on her on her skill, but it has recover, skills, awaken skill bind, and unmatchable recover, which means it can do all the rest of the stuff that she can't do in her other skill, giving her like a double-edged sword if you want to go that route. And then who we have next is, okay, for 4 guardians, I'm just going to blast at them real fast. Okay, we have Haku. Haku is a odd one. Okay, so just like the other one, she's a board control type. So she has her skill gives three times attack for gods and dragons. For 8 turns, removes lock, changes all orbs to water, dark, and light, and recover HP. For all of these, the 4 guardians, they all have a similar effect. So I'm gonna skip that part in some of them. And the skill is move times. The leader skill is move time 15 seconds, 4 times all stats for gods and dragons, 6 times attack. Oh, we don't need that. Know that part. Only if you like want to build a strategy around her, you need to know that part. But then we have skill +2 up at the beginning. L shape combo style boost. Pierce field damage +7 combo power up, or jammer nullification. And this is her gear again. For all of these, their gear is from a different evolution, and there's only one material for each that's hard to get. And for the guardians, they all have an earring. This is Haku's earring. It's also for them, they all have the same earrings type thing, but different attributes. 2 times or move time for and add 3 combos for 1 turn, which is meaning you get 1 turn with this boost. Recover removes locks as usual with these units and their assists. Change all orbs of fire, water, and dark. Other skills charged by 1. Very, very good. Very good unit. Then we can go to Karen. I don't know. Okay, so and she kind of has the same skill as Haku, 3 times attack for gods and dragons for 8 turns, remove locks. But the difference is she changes all orbs to fire, water, and dark. Fully recovers HP. And the move time is same thing, mostly literally the same thing. What I love about these the most is they have you can throw these in any team and they all have similar skills, so they help any team they're in. But I just like to throw them in the same team to have a full board control team. And then but they all have a different name for it. This one is, but she also does the 4 times health and attack for gods and dragons, which between those two alone, you just covered gods, dragons, and devils. Between if you also use Sonya, so yeah, it's kind of busted. And the earring, kind of the same, but I want to make sure I say them all anyway. X times or move 2 times or move and add 3 combos for 1 turn. Remove locks, change all orbs to leaf, water, leaf, and dark. Other skills charged by 1. Wait, hold up. And I don't really need to go through this one real too much. With the next 2 of the Guardians are actually like different, but this one is 3 times. But this one isn't like for dragons. This is for gods and attackers. 3 times attack for gods and attacker types for 8 turns. Remove locks. Change all orbs to fire, light, and dark. Fully recovers HP. 4 times attack and resistance for gods and attackers. And her earring is 2x or move time and add 3 combos for 1 turn. Remove locks, change all orbs to fire, life, and light, and all other skills charged by 1. I keep making that mistake. Sorry. The last one with this samey skill, it is for gods in balance though. None for machine, by the way, for anyone who wants to know. Machine isn't part of this group. That's part of the witches, the 5 witches. 5x, 5 times attack for gods and balance for 8 turns. Remove locks, change all orbs to water, life, and light. Fully recovers HP. This is the first one without where the leader skill does not give anything to one particular attribute. All it does say is half damage as its major key role. So she has damage if she's the leader. For example, if you take massive damage, you would only take half, and especially if the boss would deplete your health, your team's health in 1 hit. You only take half of it, so you have time to recover using the skills. But her earring is very the same as the rest of the earrings. 2 times or move and add 3 combos for 1 turn. Removes lock, changes all orbs to life, light, and dark. Other skills charged by 1 turn. That's it for the ones on this team, because the assist isn't one of them. Where's the last guardian? Let me go to my monster box, actually. That's where she is. This is the last guardian. which you'll get during one of the during the last story in the story mode for these guys. She doesn't have an assist. She is a weapon. You see, with these units that have only a sub attribute and no other attribute, they can actually be used as a unit boost, a change, if you want to say that. They can do a lot of stuff with other units. But the skill for this one is reduce enemies' remaining HP by 20%. Full recovery. Awaken bind and unmatchable. Remove block. Change all orbs to fire to every attribute: fire, water, life, light, dark, and hail and healing orbs. And then this one is, the keywords here are reduces damage by 80%. And for this one, the rest of it is actually necessary to say. Inflict 9,000 damage when fire, water, wood, light attack up to 45 times attack with 5+ combos. So you want to use her as an assist. Now we can get to the meat and potatoes. She is a different case, so I'm going to have it's going to be a bit longer with this one. So, when you finish her story, you will get a whole bunch of like leveling of items to evolve her into different things. I'm going to that when I get to the evolving items part, but yeah. But this is the key evolution for this one. If you play the story, this is the story and evolution. She has other ones, like I said. And her thing is, she helps with Sonya. If you want to build a team around Sonya, you can put her at the other end of it to really boost it a bit. Because she is a healer demon, so she can kind of assist, and she gives power to Sonya in return. Fire, dark, slightly more up. Fire and dark appear slightly more for 2 turns. Board turn becomes 7 times 6 for 2 turns. The leader skill is 11 times attack, not for the team. It would say for the team here, but it's just for her. Inflict 1 damage. Enhance damage enhance any damage coming your way on the next attack from the enemy. If you have 4+ linked fire or dark orbs, 2 times all stats 4. Healer and devils. I got one more for you. Let me just find. Oh yeah, I gotta go to my book. Honest with you, I had an Odin, but I kind of just didn't want him. I really don't like playing with character units like Odin anyway. But I wish I kind of kept them now. But it's whatever now. Where is he? This is also where I'm going to get into this so I can go back to the other characters. But we have Dawn's warlock Odin, his story in form of all his evolutions. His skill is 3 times attack for gods and 3 times or move time for 3 turns. 333, the 333 skill, I like to call it. Fully recovers bind, including awakens and unmatched. So basically, he's just a power up thing. And leader skill, 5 times attack and vastly reduces damage when HP is at 50% or more. 5 times attack and adds 3 combos with 4 times linked wood orbs. This is why I say I wish I didn't get rid of him, because I actually kind of need him for a team now. But once you use up that one item you get from the story, you can't really use it again. I evolved it and I accidentally got rid of it, so kind of sucks. This is where we get into the evolutions. To get Dawn's Warlock Odin, you'll receive this World Tree Rune, because if you see his story, his whole thing is based on saving Asgard and trying to restore the World Tree. So in return, he gets one of its rune orb to evolve into Dawn Warlock. Now we can get to the items for these characters. For Sonya, it is the Jewels of the 5 Dragon Generals, because in her story, she fought off the 5 elemental dragon generals for one goal: to gain more power. I won't spoil why. If you want to see it for yourself, it's in my storyline, in my Puzzles Dragons storyline playlist. This one is this is the orb of their teacher, the 4 guardians. She received this from her she's the one that got this orb from her master. And then it helped her further evolve, because in her story she needed a little bit of assistance getting her power up, getting it boosted. And this is actually also something she goes to retrieve during her story. For Karen, one of the other guardians was holding on to her sword because she preferred to fight with her hands, but they ended up trading out their items in order to unlock their full potential. And this is the one she traded with. But for her, she didn't. But for her, she had this on her already. Baku's claw. If you saw Haku before, this is a claw. Haku gave this guardian a claw that during her time of sickness that will keep her healthy. But it ended up becoming one of the 2 things that evolved her into her awakened form. Haku did it later in a different in a different story. As for Mei Mei, hers is an electric biwa, which was she had to go through Puzzles and Dragons Academy, go through all 5 periods of school, and then get her biwa back, get her biwa received to her via a close friend in the story, guided by the phoenix that guides them to their awakened states. And then we can get to the other guardian again. No. Okay. We have this one for her. It is a power, a power of a spear made of worship power that she received from 2 gods while on vacation in her story with Mei Mei. Because a lot of stuff went down and they ended up finding out that the island they were on isn't really an island. The real island was under the island. Now this one's gonna be a doozy, huh? Alright, so one of the main ones you receive is Ecdina, Sarah, and Babby's friendship crystal. This is how you get the main evolution for this character story-wise. But you do receive one of each for each of her other evolutions. You get one of these. The Golden Hell Bloom Empress Ecdina Sarah's crystal, which would get you a dark light version of her actual final form if you don't use the crystal. And it's more of a delay type character unit. Or you can get Azure Horal Flower Empress Ecdina Sarah's crystal, which is a water, which would get you a water nature attributed one. It's kind of the same deal, but different attribute. I'm still working toward getting her item. I just need another Ecdina, because there's 2 Ecdinas. There's one that can evolve and using these items and one that can't. I'm still trying to get one that can evolve so I can get one more, get her item, so I can start using her on my actual story team. And I think that about wraps it up. Thank you for watching. That was my review of all the units. If you want to see their stories, their story modes are in their stories are in the playlist, or look for it on my page. With that being said, have yourselves a wonderful day. The timestamps will be in the comment section. Peace.